What's going on, everybody? I'm Matt.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to be talking about Alien Covenant, which stars Michael Fassbender, Catherine Waterston, Billy Crudup, and Danny McBride, and tells the story of the USCSS Covenant, carrying not only its crew, but a cargo of 2,000 colonists and over 1,000 embryos to the colony planet Origai 6. When they intercept a random transmission from a closer, seemingly habitable planet, the Covenant changes course in hopes of discovering their new home. What they find is nothing short of a nightmare.
Dun dun dun.
Exactly. And just to give you guys a sense of the timeline with Alien Covenant, it's 10 years after the events of Prometheus, but 18 years before the events of Alien.
Yes.
Yeah. And, speaking of Prometheus, it seems like so many people were split on Prometheus. It's kind of like either you love
it or you hate it.
Yeah, or you
to
hate
the
it.
extreme. There was like no middle ground. Sorry, it was more like it was okay. It was more like that movie was good, or that was
Yeah, and actually it's kind of funny because tonight when we went to the movie theater, we actually encountered somebody that we've had conversations with about movies before at the snack bar, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys seeing?" And we're like, "Alien Covenant," and he's like, "Oh, well, blah blah blah, I'm not a big fan." I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, like we like Prometheus," and he's like, "Oh,
you're those."
Yeah,
people.
He actually said, "You're those people."
You're the people who like Prometheus.
We're like, "Yeah, that's
true.
us." But
that's
I mean,
us.
yeah, but I mean, some other people, they really like it, and other people, Mr. Snack Bar, not a fan. But I'm bringing all this up because this movie really touches on Prometheus quite a bit, and I feel like you have to either have some sort of appreciation for Prometheus, or at least have seen Prometheus to go into Covenant and actually really enjoy Covenant.
Yeah, really grasp everything that's going on.
Yeah, because there's a beautiful blending, or at least to me, in my eyes, a beautiful blending of Prometheus and Alien in this movie.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah.
I definitely.
So, I mean, if you're not that big on Prometheus, maybe you'll still find enjoyment with Alien.
I think you still will, because the biggest difference, in my opinion, is we're going to touch on that in a little bit.
Yeah, well, I will also say that I do know that some people weren't big on Prometheus because it's part of the Alien franchise, and the Alien franchise is like mostly action and horror and aliens and people dying. And Prometheus kind of, raises the bar, in my opinion, by stretching out and asking, big questions about, our creator and all this kind of stuff, and searching for, gods, if you will, or however you want to word it or look at it. It's very philosophical. I enjoy that.
Me too.
And I actually was really surprised to see that type of, style or writing mix so well with downright gory horror. It works.
Completely agree with that.
It works. But just to get off, just to jumpstart this whole thing, not that I haven't already, kind of been babbling, but this movie looks great. Let's start there.
It looks so fantastic. The CGI, the special effects, everything it just works. It really fits. This movie is supposed to be in the 2100s, and it's filmed in the 2010s, and it looks pretty fantastic for
the time.
For projecting that far in advance.
Time.
But at the same time, I'm thinking, 1970s is when Alien came out, and it's projecting a time even farther out. So, and that one still looks good. It's today, a little bit dated, but
it
a lot of it still
good.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, and Ridley
Alien.
Scott does manage to come up with some beautiful shots in this film. You already said the scenery, the set pieces. Oh my goodness! And yes, the aliens look great.
They sure do.
They do look great. And with that in mind, this is probably easily one of the creepiest and or stunning sci-fi horror films to come out in a while.
It is. This movie has more action than Prometheus and more aliens than Prometheus.
And a lot more horror.
And a lot more horror than Prometheus.
Like the scene that's already getting talked about a lot, the back burster scene. That whole scene.
Ooh, the whole everything from
jaw dropping.
When it starts into the whole thing concludes, you're just like,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Literally just kind of like, wait a second, what? And it's scary. I mean, I don't know. I was unsettled. It was like,
Yes.
that's something on a whole nother level right there.
And then it's slightly creepy. And with that, I like that they use the David's philosophical views in it. If you saw Prometheus, you get a little taste of that in that movie.
Yeah, in Covenant, you get a taste of, I don't know, it expands on it, which I love, because there are twists and turns in this movie that really tie into Prometheus and also expand on the alien mythology, and a lot of that has to do with David, from Prometheus showing up in this movie.
With
And
such a high
fascination
with the alien species.
Which you get in Prometheus, and it builds on that in this one and really expands on it. Along with that, I'm just going to throw this out there are some really cool musical nods to the other films in this one, and also some Easter eggs to be on the lookout for. But getting to David, Michael Fassbender in this movie, he plays not only David, but he plays another android, Walter, and he is... Michael Fassbender, I think he's at that point where you just can't really be shocked anymore by what he's able to do.
But sometimes you're still impressed.
Yeah.
You're still impressed. And he is the movie because, the movie kind of surrounds his ideals. It also, he's playing two parts in this movie.
Yeah, and there are some great moments where they're talking to each other, and oh my goodness, it's creepy, but it's cool at the same time, so you don't really know how to feel about it. You're just like, man, Michael Fassbender's so good.
He's so good. Everything works.
And everybody is good. I mean, Catherine Waterston does a good job. But Danny McBride
was not really expecting that from him. I was slightly nervous. I thought he was just going to be thrown in there for a little bit of comic relief.
Yeah, but he's not.
He is a little bit.
A little.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
And then he's straight drama all the way through.
Yeah, and he has a bigger role than I was originally anticipating. I was like, okay, I know he's in the movie, but I didn't think that he's going to have a major role in the film, but he does, and he pulls it off really well.
He sure does.
I was impressed.
So was I.
And as far as the movie goes, there are maybe some moments that don't work as well as they should, or maybe some parts that you kind of see coming from a mile away. There was even one part where I leaned over to you and I was like, hey, I bet you blah, blah, blah. And sure enough, 5 minutes later, it happened.
It's a little bit predictable. There were some moments of action that were just a little too up close, but they don't overuse that, so it's not.
Yeah, there were
really
some parts of the alien where you don't see what's happening clearly, and other parts that look incredible. Yeah. And as far as those some things that they kind of try to surprise you with that you might see coming, some of it still really works just because of how it's filmed or how it's written or how it's, shot and acted. Even though if you kind of have an inkling I think this is what's going to happen, even when it does happen, you're still like, wow, that's pretty messed up or cool or whatever.
And I think it's the delivery, so I feel like that's good acting and good directing.
Good acting and good directing, yes.
Because the script writing, that could have failed
miserably,
just as easily as it was a success. So, and the fact that it was a success was the director and the acting, and that really works for me. And then now I'm really nitpicking, there were some moments that had just a little bit of lack of detail that make you question. Yes, this is science fiction, so it's not real, but if it was real, that part would definitely not be real, right?
Yeah, I can kind of see where you're going with that. But everything that doesn't work for the movie, for me, doesn't take away from the horror or the acting or the visuals or anything like that. And I'm giving it an A-.
I have A-. I very much recommend this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you're a fan of the series. I think that this one, something we talked about just a few minutes ago, I think this one easily ranks up there with Alien and Aliens. It is in my opinion that good.
It definitely worth seeing. It is really good. I think people who weren't really a big fan of Prometheus will still like this movie, and I think people who did like Prometheus but maybe not a big fan of the older Alien movie, maybe this would be a good way to kind of intertwine them to maybe open their eyes to maybe appreciate the Alien movies a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think if you are a fan of Prometheus, you're probably going to really really enjoy this movie. Definitely. And also, you know, it's no surprise Ridley Scott has 2 more sequels lined up. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going to happen.
Pretty anxious for the.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously no spoilers, but the way that this one ends, I want to know where they're going from here. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, if you guys have already seen Alien Covenant, let us know what you thought about it down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more of our out of this world movie reviews, hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you guys next time.